Annyeonghaseyo. Shalom. My name is Akiva Tor. It is a great honor to serve as the new ambassador of Israel to the Republic of Korea. Israel and Korea enjoy very friendly relations, and it is easy to understand why. We are both vibrant democracies and dynamic economies. The more I learn about Korea, the more I am struck by the similarities in our stories. We are ancient peoples who renewed their independence in 1948. Both of our peoples suffered terrible hardship in the last century, and both peoples created an economic miracle with no other natural resource than determination, hard work, and belief in ourselves. Our countries both face a serious security challenge, but we know how to defend ourselves, and we don't allow it to define us. I was born in the United States to a traditional Jewish family. My father was a rabbi, and I was taught from a young age a deep love of Zionism and to appreciate the miracle of the establishment of Israel. My parents brought me to Israel for my bar mitzvah just 2 months after the 1973 Yom Kippur War, and I remember the deep impression that visit made on me. I came to Israel on my own to make my life when I was 24, right after graduating Columbia University. We call this Aliyah, which means to ascend or go up. I am a religious person and was trained for years in yeshiva academies where I studied Talmud, a treasure chest holding my people's deepest wisdom. I know that many people in Korea are interested in Talmud and perhaps will have an opportunity to study. But I'm also very drawn to your culture. In university, I studied the culture of the East and read the classics of Buddhism and Confucianism. I'm looking forward to deepening my knowledge of the rich, ancient, and modern culture of Korea. I also keep kosher, so I will likely be eating in quite a few Korean Buddhist restaurants. I served in the Israeli army as a paratrooper and infantry officer, and many years in the IDF reserves. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we had peace everywhere and armies were not necessary? But until then, Israel is blessed with young people and a society who believe in our country and are proud to serve. My mission is to seek ways to deepen our relationship even further for the mutual benefit of both our peoples. In many ways, our strengths are complementary, and I will seek ways to match Israel's scientific discovery and creative innovation with Korea's incredible technological and industrial ingenuity. This is the best kind of mission because both sides win and both countries prosper. I have an important partner in this mission who is also my best friend, my wife, Dr. Nomi Tor. We have 4 wonderful children. Nomi is a community social worker and a mediator, and she is the chairperson of the Dialogue and Mediation Centers in Israel. I had the good fortune to be sent by Israel to study in Harvard University. Our last posting was in San Francisco, where I served as Consul General to the Pacific Northwest. My work with Israeli startups and large technology companies in Silicon Valley and our cooperation with California's leading universities was a good preparation for the dynamic economic environment and excellent academic institutions in ROK with whom I hope to engage. In my current job in Jerusalem headquarters, I am responsible for Israel's relationship with the Jewish communities around the world, with combating anti-Semitism and helping to strengthen the unity of our people. In 2014, I had the honor of welcoming His Holiness Pope Francis to Israel. Korea has a large Christian presence, and 60,000 tourists, many of them pilgrims, visit Israel annually. The sites of the Bible are everywhere. From my back porch, you can see the monastery of Beit Jamal, and just 5 minutes from my home is Tel Beit Shemesh from the books of Joshua and Samuel. Of course, our capital, Jerusalem, is above our highest joy. The Talmud says that 10 portions of beauty descended to the world, and 9 were given to Jerusalem. This is how I feel. There is no other city like it. The holy sites of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam are all adjacent within 1 square kilometer. And there is no other place in the world as open for freedom for worship and religious practice by the believers of all 3 religions. You might not have heard, Hallyu has reached Israel. We are fascinated by K-pop and K-drama and salute the success of Korean cinema. Israelis are coming to Korea in greater numbers to discover your beautiful country. And I look forward to riding, running, and trekking your national parks and visiting your exquisite temples and countryside. Both of our countries are a story of hope and the overcoming of adversity to build a prosperous and successful society. I look forward to working with you to bring our stories even closer. 감사합니다.